Hello everyone, this is Dr. Arindam Chattopadhyay, and for those of you who don't know me, I am one of the family medicine or general practice trainees currently training in the east of England. And in this video, I share with you the 5 things that you need to sort out before you start work in the UK. And for the purpose of this video, I have already assumed that you've already sorted your accommodation before arriving to the UK, and also that you have collected your BRP from the nearest post office or any other place that the Home Office has instructed you to collect it from. And once you have your BRP in hand and you have got your tenancy agreement in hand, you can obviously approach any of the high street banks to first open a bank account, because obviously you need a bank account for day-to-day transactions and also for your salary to come in. And obviously most of the high street banks will be happy to open a bank account for you, provided you have your BRP, passport, and a tenancy agreement. If for some reason they are not able to open a bank account for you, I would recommend that you talk to your HR and get a letter of support, because most of the hospital trusts, they have got a tie-up with some of the banks, and they can write you a support letter for that particular bank. In my case, it was for HSBC when I started first in the UK, and with that support letter, I don't think they should have any problems in opening a bank account for you, and they should be able to open it straight away so that you can have all your transactions going in and out of the bank account and you can receive your salary. The second thing that needs to be sorted right after you arrive is the occupational health check. If you have already got a record of your vaccines and everything else, that's great. But in my case, I did not have any of these records, which are they expected to be according to UK standards. So obviously I had to approach my occupational health and then get the bloods done, and so that they were checking for different levels of immunization. This is in addition, obviously, for health. This is apart from health requirements that's required for the Home Office for your visa. This occupational health check obviously is done by your trust, and then you need to approach them so that they can give you a clearance for starting work in your particular post that you are starting work in. So occupational health check, very important. The third thing that you need to sort out would be medical indemnity insurance. Now there are a lot of providers in this. I personally went first with the MDU because they had the cheapest quote for me, and obviously you can pick and choose whichever ones you want. Now, having a medical indemnity is quite important, and you will also be looking at your contract where it says that it is not mandatory, but it's good to have one. Obviously, because you're starting work, and obviously mistakes can happen, so that you have got some sort of safety net or advice line, so to speak, for your medical work. The next thing that you need to sort out, and I'm not counting this because I know that not everybody is eligible for this, is registering yourself to vote from the address that you're living in. And now this is quite important from the perspective of building up your credit history and credit report. Only the people from Commonwealth countries are currently eligible to vote in the UK, and that's why I'm not counting this as one of the things. I was eligible to vote because I'm from India, and if you're from any Commonwealth country, you are eligible to vote, and I highly recommend that you do so. In terms of other things, the fourth thing that you need to sort out, basically get registered with a GP. That's also quite important because you might, fall ill, you might, have some past medical history or have some records from back home that you obviously need to. What I would recommend is get them translated if they are not already in English, and just give them to your GP. And then obviously, after you register with a GP for the first time, you'll get your NHS number, and then you basically become eligible for NHS funded healthcare, which is obviously the norm in this country. And that's something also that needs to be immediately sorted out. The fifth thing that needs to be sorted out, and it's not as important, but I would say it still makes it to the list, is sorting out your driving license. People having driving license already back home can basically drive in the UK for a period of 1 year, but you have to basically calculate the insurance costs and basically try to get used to the UK driving rules, which are quite strict. And you can still keep driving, but I would highly recommend that you apply for a provisional driving license. But the eligibility for such a thing is 6 months after you've been to the UK. But obviously, this is something that you need to look forward to because in the long run, obviously, after a year or so, your country's driving license will no longer be accepted, and you have to basically get a UK driving license. So trying to get that provisional license is a very important thing, so that you can book your theory as well as practical test. And obviously the ultimate goal is to have a UK driving license for driving in this country. So I really hope that these 5 things are quite useful, and in my opinion they are useful, and they have helped you in preparing your journey here. And I will see you soon in my next video. Thank you so much.